There's two crowds. One is entering the city, one is leaving the city. And they couldn't be more different. The crowd that's going into the city is very exuberant. They're excited. There's a lot of laughter and conversation. It's a group of people following Jesus. The crowd who's leaving the city is completely different. They're somber. They're quiet except for the sounds of mourning. It's a funeral procession. And the person who's passed away is the only son of a widow. A widow who knows when lost her husband, walked this same road before. The only difference was then she had somebody walking with her. But now she's alone. When she goes home and gets into bed, she's the only one in the house. When she sits down to eat, it's for a meal of one and a conversation of none. It's a sad story. But it gets even worse because to understand what she's up against, you have to understand a little bit of the Jewish culture and realize that this was a misogynistic society in which women were completely dependent on their husbands for protection, for provision. And when a woman lost her husband, now she's completely dependent upon her son. She's lost both. So not only is a lot of loneliness ahead for her, a lot of pain, but who knows what's going to happen to her. But as Luke tells the story, Jesus is overcome with compassion. You know, compassion is love in action. It's where God moves my heart in such a way that I'm compelled to do something to help. And so as Jesus and his followers kind of stepped off the side of the road, kind of like what we might do when a funeral procession is coming by and we pull over out of respect. So they probably were on the side of the road doing the same thing. And the funeral procession is coming by. And as that mom passes in front of him, Jesus says, "Don't cry." Don't cry? Like, who shows up to a funeral procession and tells the grieving family, "Don't cry"? It's almost disrespectful, except for it's God who's saying it. So Jesus stepped out from where he was at on the side of the road, walked up to the casket and touched it. The funeral procession stops, and Jesus says, "Young man, get up." And suddenly the young man sat up and began to speak. Now, you're not blown away like I thought you would be, because when people pass away, they don't sit up and talk unless God shows up.